Welcome, everybody, to another wonderful Monday night of Chewin the BBQ Fat. Holy smokes, what a weekend! I am telling you what, it was fun, it was exhausting, it was rewarding, it was painful, it was amazing. I'm telling you, we had a great time at the ABS Classic. Ellen is on her way, she's looking for my phone. My main man, Adam, will be on shortly. Can't find the link. We're struggling. It's going to be awesome, though. I just resent it to him. My bride is coming in. She is the reason the ABS Classic was a success. I'm telling you what, she is amazing. She is awesome. Wow, she's getting eaten alive by the hat.
The hat is not working for
It's
me
just
again.
awesome. So, honey,
Yes.
What do you think about the weekend?
It was very rewarding, but very exhausting all in the same breath. But awesome for what we did for the community, and I think it was an overall success.
I know it was a success. That we had a good time. A lot of people were there. I feel like I got a lot of noise going on in here, but that's all right. Anyway, we got to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. It was so much fun. My favorite part, I had a lot of favorite parts. I can't say that. There were a lot of parts that stood out to me in different ways. But as the barbecue side of things, the potluck Friday night was so much fun. We had a lot of judges show up. We had a lot of teams show up. We had, even if you didn't eat, you came and you hung out. And it was just a lot of fun. Great stories came out of it. Bunch of the barbecue church, we had stories come out of that. We had people coming from around the country just to see the barbecue contest. Absolutely amazing. Cool trophies, all that kind of stuff is awesome. Yep. Like the page, my man is here. Everybody, he is here. There he is, the man himself, the Bad Rooster. What's up, Adam? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Had a computer malfunction, but we got it now.
He had a new computer he was trying to figure out. Did you get the new one figured out?
Yeah, I have to go to a different place on this one, so I'm good.
He's in, though. He's in. So, Adam, tell me. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend. Let's not talk about this weekend just yet. Let's talk about what's been going on at Bad Rooster for a little bit.
Just planted all day, planted about 60 acres. Got done about 6:30 this afternoon. Trying to beat the rain.
Every time I called him, he was on that tractor.
He's on the tractor planting oats.
Yeah.
Planting oats. The guy does many things. He's amazing. All right. So Ellen wanted to come on, give her thanks for everything, but she also has a lot of cool stuff going on. What's right around the corner?
Well, Thanksgiving.
What do people eat at Thanksgiving, Adam?
Turkey.
What do we got for turkey, babe?
We have several things for turkey.
What?
Imagine that.
What?
So we have some new things this year, but we have some classics.
Ooh, I love a good classic. Like the ABS Classic right here?
I like the classic. You like that little spin?
I like that.
So, of course, we always have the turkey brine, and you can do the complete kit, which has the glaze and the Dirty Bird rub with it and a turkey brining bag. So this has been a top seller here in the last few weeks. But we are trying some new products from Lane's.
Ooh.
For our store, at least. And you can just get the whole kit and caboodle.
Love that idea. It's easy. It's got the
turkey
bag
kit.
in it. It's got the brine in it. It's got rubs in it. What else do you need?
Yeah. And then I'm not sure if anybody has seen this yet.
Whoa.
Man Meat has a nice little gift set. So you could even gift this for Christmas.
Oh, what a great idea. Where can you get that?
The Atlanta
barbecue store.com.
And then there's this
little gem
hot ticket item this year with the bird booster from
bird brine
from How to Barbecue Right, Malcolm Reed's bird brine, turkey and chicken brine. So and there's lots more on the store, but I won't bore you with all of the
things. You can also use turkey. Adam, we were out of the Royal. We made a turkey deal. What did we use on that turkey?
We just used our chicken rub, some Hickory's chicken,
Yeah.
Roll with it.
Any poultry item we've got.
Any poultry will work with it. I mean, you can use game over to poultry primer. Man meat poultry primer is a good one. I mean,
Bird
yeah.
boosters, you name it. We're going to ask the rooters and the tutors in a little bit because they're going to know that answer too. What they love to do on theirs. Oh, wait, spoiler alert. We have all kind of guests on tonight. It's going to be an amazing show. Art, thank you so much. I'm telling you, anytime you get to meet Adam, it's a great weekend. The guy's amazing. I'm blessed to call him a friend, co-host, whatever. But number one, he's a great friend of ours. So yeah, glad you got to meet him. Thank you so much. Jamie, we appreciate you. Tommy, how you doing? All right. So what else do we have at the store? Gift cards are big time this time of year.
Well, we're going to get into that in a few weeks. I'm not sure if it's going to debut next Monday night or that might be our Thanksgiving special.
Yes.
But yes, I'm going to maybe have some ladies on that are willing to come on, and maybe we'll talk about poker, stoker, fire, joker,
the big poker stokers
things. So should be a lot of fun. So look out for that ladies night Facebook Live.
Never know what's going to happen when the ladies get on. I mean, I'm telling you what, we got them on tonight. It's going to be great. Awesome. Smoked on Main Street. How you doing? Great seeing you this weekend. Awesome job. All right. That is that all you want to talk about, sweetheart? She is dying to go to bed.
I'm not dying to go to bed. I want to watch from the other side of the screen as you bring up our next guests.
Okay. So you're going to watch?
I'm going to go and watch.
Oh, okay.
And maybe comment.
Is that her cue for she's going to bed?
Yes. Yeah. The Bachelor's probably on or something. She is not going to watch this show.
Something.
Adam, we will ask her questions.
Lynn,
I want you to call her tomorrow and ask her some questions. That's all we got to talk about. She's in the backstage. Sorry, I'm not. She is here. She can hear me. Anyway, I
promise I'm going to watch it just from the comfort of my bedroom.
There you go.
But I do want to put a little plug in that you need to talk about.
Ooh, yeah, we'll get into that because a lot of the people will be on here. Thanks a lot, Todd. It was awesome. Great seeing you, man.
Thank you guys for everybody that came out. And who is that?
Todd, is he 1909?
Yes.
Yeah, 1909. I think that's 1909 Main Street. Todd, are you 19? I think you are.
1909. The
Mountain
school from
Tallulah Falls.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
awesome.
yes, I think. Like I'm sure Brian will get into it, but we thank our sponsors, our volunteers, our cook teams, our judges, our George coordinators, the list goes on and on. You guys are all awesome. You guys all helped pull this event off yourselves. So give you a round of applause as well.
Are you a Yankee?
A Yankee?
Oh, that's Southern Swan.
Your
guys' I mean, come on. Can we say y'all?
I think Todd is also a 1909, but
no, Todd is.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we have another Todd that you're referring to.
Well, great job, Southern Swan. You had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Brian, Eleanor, the best contest I've ever been to. Congrats. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Wes.
Checks in the mail, baby.
I want the drone feed. I heard you have a drone capture the contest.
All right, like the page, share the page, get it out there.
He's ready for me to go. Bye, guys.
No, she doesn't like to be on the show, and then she steals the show. She's amazing. I love that girl. She did an amazing job.
Oh,
she's back. She's back. Hold on.
Hey, if anybody left this at the potluck, this is, unclaimed, but it smelled very strong of somebody had fun drinking. So let me know if this is
Bobby Adams. I have some amazing drone footage I'll send tomorrow. You're the man. All right. So if you know anything about barbecue, you were at the ABS Classic this weekend. Ain't that right, Adam?
That's right.
And we have who on tonight? We got the winners on tonight. It's going to be amazing. So are you recovered yet?
Getting there. Slowly but surely.
Man, I tell you what, we could not have done the contest without people like Adam and Tanya and Ryan and Heidi and Jimmy and Lisa and Stephanie. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. The place was amazing. The amount of food that was given back that they took home was incredible. The amount of people that were fed, awesome. Oh Lord. I mean, I'm just gonna throw that out there right there. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But it was such a blessing to so many people, and we're so blessed that all of y'all had a big part in this. And Adam, what'd you think about it?
It was a blast. It was one of the most fun I've had in a contest in a long time.
It was.
I think everybody was having fun, and it's just weather was great. We had a little rain
Amazing.
on Thursday, but hey, the weekend you couldn't ask for a much prettier weekend.
No,
T-shirts and shorts.
it was great. Cold in the morning, hot in the day, in the afternoon, cold back again at night, and it get dark super early. I couldn't hardly read the score sheets. It was great. RC Barbecue, congratulations. Bill Hyan, guys, incredible. Nick, thank you so much. All right, so we got some winners on. We got some winners on, and I think we got a lot to talk about tonight, Adam. So we're going to go ahead and bring them on. What do you think?
Let's go.
Let's roll, baby. I'm going to start with the Backyard Reserve. Hunt and Amanda, how we doing?
Yeah,
Don't worry, Amanda. It's going to get all jumbled up when I bring on other people, so it's going to be awesome. But, man, great to see y'all. How y'all doing today?
and we're doing good. Glad to be on with you.
Glad to have you on. And then I'm going to bring on Brian from Electrocuted. What's going on?
What's happening?
Well, it's been a great weekend. It's been a great night, and I've been looking forward to this show tonight to have all y'all come on, talk about the weekend, what happened, what's going on, what were the highs, the lows, any setbacks, what you got going on. But Hunt, Amanda, what'd you think? Give me your update. Give me your overall view of your weekend.
Wow, I agree. Beautiful weather. We made it in. I had to work, so it was later on Friday afternoon, but beautiful weather. Got to see all my barbecue buds. The cook obviously went pretty well. Turned in some good entries. Got rewarded with the turn-ins, and the event itself, just like always, well run. We had everything we needed and more, and the philanthropy that you guys do, the giving back and the emphasis on it. Kudos to you guys.
But you can't do it without y'all.
Yeah, team effort. You mentioned representatives, judges, the organizers, the cook teams, volunteer staff. I mean, just it truly is one of our favorite events.
Thank you. Adam, you got any questions for him?
What did you? I don't forgot what you. I know you got like a second in chicken. Is that right? Or
We got a third in chicken and a sixth in ribs.
Was you happy, or was you nervous about any of it, or you thought it was a pretty solid entry?
I liked my chicken entry. I felt like it was on par with what I turned in. Loved winning one of the peaches, man. The trophies are freaking awesome. So that was kind of one of the highlights of our event. Ribs, I felt so on. I started getting into. I usually cook 4 racks. First rack that I go to slice, I always start slicing what I think is worst to best, and the first rack I knew I didn't like. Second rack, I get 5 beautiful bones out of it. So in my head, I'm thinking I've got a 10-bone ready to go, and well, the next 2 racks, I was able to find 1 bone to turn in with them. So that's barbecue. If I could nail it, I'd only have to cook 1 rack.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Adam.
Go ahead. I don't.
Oh, all right, Brian. So you had a heck of a weekend yourself, huh?
Yeah, not too shabby. I'll take it.
Not too shabby. What's you been doing? What's been going on? How you been doing here lately in this barbecue world?
Man, we're having a pretty decent run. I think we're like 4 weekends in a row of GC, and we had 2 back-to-back sweeps.
Man, 4 Gs. That's incredible. I mean, that's pretty awesome. What's your secret?
I honestly have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's all the walking around my trailer that he's done.
It could very well be. It's all the shigging. Just a lot of practice.
No, they're doing really good.
No, they've had an outstanding year. Brian's being pretty modest, but
Yeah. But ask him how long he's been doing it.
What you don't?
Oh, I know how long he's been doing it.
This is Brian's first year.
Yeah, first year. I got to meet you up in Lebanon at a class.
We actually met at your contest last year. I judged your contest last year.
Oh, that's right. You did. And that's what you did. And then that's right. And then you got into it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We hung out a good bit at the class though.
Yeah. The class was fantastic. I mean, we had only done 4 unsanctioned events before I took that class, and the class told me exactly what I didn't know about competition barbecue, which was everything. And
I mean,
so our first KCBS event was Smoke on the Shores in Lebanon.
Mm.
I think we've done 17 KCBS comps this year.
wow, 17. That is amazing.
Brian judged our chicken last year.
Yeah, I didn't know it was theirs when I judged it, and I was bragging about this chicken, best chicken I ever tasted in my whole life, and it was Hunt's chicken.
That is awesome. What was it about Hunt's chicken that made it so good?
Flavor wise, and it was the hottest chicken on the table, temperature wise. Like one of the judges beside me actually burned themselves biting into it. It was scalding hot, but everything about it was great.
So that kind of comes from I took Chicken Fried, Bill Purvis's online course, and one of the key takeaways that I got from that course is hot food wins. So, or at least it wins more than cold food does. So that's the name of the game. Always trying to make sure it's piping hot when it gets walked up there.
I'm just curious. What did you do to keep it so hot?
So process is probably like most. I'm a drum cooker, so I got an open phase where I'm setting my rub, getting the color that I like, and then I've got a wrap phase where all that beautiful color I achieved, now I'm destroying it because I'm steaming this chicken. But the last 10 minutes or so of the cook is to really try to make it pretty again and building that temperature back up to what I assume is going to be a pleasant judging temperature. So apparently it might have been a little bit hot there for Brian, but hey.
I thought it was great.
So yeah, the chicken, no biggies on keeping it hot. For me personally, I always find a hard time with the pork entry. Keeping my pork entries hot is the challenge for me.
Love it. Adam?
Yeah, speaking of the pork entry, keeping it hot, you can use a little pizza stone or something on your grill and build your box on it.
Yeah, usually with the pork, something similar. I'll use a bacon sheet that I'll throw on. I'll run a pellet smoker on my trailer also.
I do too.
I'll usually keep that in the pellet smoker, running 250 or so. So that way when I go to process and then when I'm picking out my pieces, I leave it on there. And that seems to help out.
Got a great question from Richard Crow, and I'll ask both of you this. Are we legs or thigh guys?
Well,
depends on the comp.
So yeah,
Chicken.
Legs. I ran legs pretty much the first half of the season, and then early September the scoring average started falling off a little bit, so I ran back to thighs.
Sounds good. Brian, what about you?
We did about the same thing. After the class, we ran legs all spring, but legs are a lot easier to trim, but I was finding it harder to finish them out, and I wasn't scoring as good with legs. And so about the same time that Hunt did, I went back to thighs, and I've ran thighs this fall.
I love it. So learning from their hot chicken, what have you done on your chicken to make it so good? Brian?
Just a mix of asking a lot of questions. I took the class, and I've got about half of their recipe mixed with Big James's recipe, and we just mixed things together, and it started hitting. It's almost Big James's whole recipe with Paul and Lynn's sauce.
Okay, we're not going to get into all that. We're not going to get into all that yet. I mean, that is what it is. There's an opportunity to learn that at the ABS Classic class coming up in January. But other than that, we're going to get into the other things. Chelsea, I'm going to save that question for a little bit later. So what was your favorite part? Brian, what was your favorite part about the ABS Classic?
Probably the potluck on Friday. Everybody gets to hang out. There's no pressure to do anything. Everyone gets to talk and just have a good time. By the time you get into Saturday, it's pretty hectic for everybody, for you coordinating and for the cook. So Friday was probably my favorite. And then we sat up all night watching the Tyson Love match.
Right. Love it. Hunt, Amanda, what about you? What was your favorite part?
For me, I'm going to say awards, but I'm not the obvious reason. I was really encouraged with the amount of Kids Q participants and the new cooks that got to hear their names called.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, I've been there. I know that call is about to cost them thousands of dollars. And so I kind of just laugh to myself because they're in the family now. They're hooked.
They're part of it. I mean, I think I couldn't agree more. RC Barbecue, their first contest ever. They jumped in the pro side. They got I think they won chicken, and they got another call. They had a good score. I mean, amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
we were walking by and they offered us a piece of cheesecake, and I don't even like pumpkin flavored stuff, but it was amazing. Like, it was really.
yeah, they got a 180 in
180.
dessert too.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean, one of the best parts about being an organizer is being in the tent or whatever you want to call it when the stuff comes in. The desserts that are being offered are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Speaking of awesome desserts, Adam and Tanya, they turned in an amazing dessert, and they were screwed in the fact that there was 4 perfect 180s,
Yeah.
and they end up 4th, right? I mean, like, it is what it is, but it's all good. Adam, what you got for him?
Congratulations on a great weekend for y'all too. Y'all, both of you been hot all year. I've been following Brian, especially. I know he's been really hot, and Hunt, you always in the hunt when you cook. So congrats.
Yeah. It was a great 24 season. For we Brian and I kind of associate with the 256 crew, this whole North Alabama backyard scene, and it's a hot scene, lots of competitions and lots of great cooks. I mean, one little mess up and no chance to win. And so it's nice to be able to cook against the fellow competitors that are also your friends as well. So, we enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, we're not in the 256. We're in Mississippi. Brian's in Tennessee, but they treat us just like we're family. It's really
So
good.
you're in Mississippi also?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Mississippi.
Holy smokes, this Mississippi thing just dominated.
We are
Um,
barbecue.
Wes sent a memo out, told us we needed to cook better. So
when Wes sends out a memo, we all listen.
there you go.
Well, good. Well, Brian, you got anything else you want to talk about tonight?
No, I think that's about it.
Awesome.
I mean, I know we've been on a hot streak, but we've really been chasing Hunt all year.
And what's y'all's
He
next
beat me
contest?
way more this year than I've beat him for sure.
Is anybody going to? Is Demopolis going? Is anybody going to Demopolis?
I'm going to Demopolis.
Yeah,
Of course you are.
we'll be there. It's an hour from the house.
Yeah, it's
and
only an hour from us.
I got to give Brian a run for his money. So
Brian, stay strong, buddy.
That's right. I got little legs, but I got a high gear.
There you go.
Thanks,
Man, it's great. I was great to see y'all. It was good to see all of y'all have such a good cook, and I mean, just love the fact that the barbecue community came out and supporting everybody and everything else. But guys, I thank y'all so much for coming on. Y'all had a great weekend. I was blessed to see y'all. Thank y'all for everything, and I hope you all have a great Demopolis cook, and I can't wait to see who wins.
awesome.
Thanks for
Appreciate it.
having us.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
You
Good
do.
night.
Man, those guys are on fire. I'm telling you what, dude, won 4 in a row. Brian's killing it. Smokey B, they're doing a great job. Incredible stuff. Love to see how awesome they are, how awesome they're doing. Great people, too. I mean, that's what's so cool is seeing good people doing great things. Speaking of good people doing great things, we've got some more people we want to bring on. And we're going to start with Glampin' Grillers. And I'm just hold on. Let me. There we go. I knew. Oh my goodness! Look at Lynn showing off. I see what you did.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, I can go gangster on her. Hold on.
You go gangster. That's what I'm talking about,
Go
Charles.
gangster, baby.
Gangster. We had somebody that said I love the Flavor Flav. I mean, I'm getting blinded over here, Adam. What do you think about that? They're just killing
Yeah, I
us.
know
with
the glare. Woo.
He wore it to bed last night.
Oh, easy now.
it. Leave the bed talk to yourselves, you know. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Paul and Lynn, how are we doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
Well, good. How are we doing, Charles and Dawn?
Doing great.
Good.
Glad we came and glad we got back home safe.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. So it looks like Mississippi had a really good had a good showing. With I mean, Wes, he had the top three in the pro division was crazy. I mean,
Y'all
y'all
on
were,
another level.
it was amazing. I mean, the three of y'all were really close, and y'all just put a butt whipping on the rest of the field.
Yep.
Sorry,
Well,
Adam.
Thankful that Paul kind of held back a
What
little
do you want
bit.
us to say, Brian? Yeah, what we did. We went in there and butt whipped everybody.
Close, you know,
Man, that's awesome.
with one arm behind his back or something. It was like, hey, I'm gonna give this field a chance.
The problem that Paul and Lynn had, they were right in front of me, and I was like, "Hey, can y'all talk to this person real quick?" There were we had people showing up, wanting to see it. I'm like, "Paul, can you tell everybody how awesome y'all are?" And sure enough, they did. It was amazing. But Adam, you had a great cook too.
I mean, we're during turn-ins.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do. We're terrible organizers. We just screw up everybody. Boom, my guy's right there. Anyway, y'all are awesome. All of y'all are awesome. Great stuff. Surprised that Paul is in an eggplant suit. I know. I was just waiting for that to happen. There was a team dumpster fire barbecue at the contest. I was like, man, I love that. That was my costume at the Royal, full on dumpster fire. Yep, the scores were crazy. I heard next year someone asked for eggplant trophies. Why didn't they? Who didn't enjoy watching Rooter win in Georgia? Great team. So I heard a rumor. Was that y'all's first ever win in Georgia?
I thought it was, but apparently we won one, 4 years ago?
Yeah, I had to go back and do some serious searching, and because I was like, I knew that we'd had some reserves and we'd gotten close, but I was like, I think we won one, but it was one of those shootouts, and I think it was the year that COVID.
Oh, yeah, with Doug.
And Doug put it on. It wasn't the Banjo BQ, but it was one of the shootouts. It was a double, and we won on day one. But it had been several years since we'd gotten any calls in Georgia.
Well, I mean, I tell you what.
And I just wanted a peach. I didn't want to be greedy. I was happy after the chicken peach. I could have sat down and gone home and been perfectly happy. I'm happier with a bigger peach and
Look
a
at
whole
Paul.
orchard.
Paul's like, not me.
Belt.
I mean, I wanted that belt. That's what Paul said.
I didn't have a wrestling belt. And Paul's like, seriously, baby? I was like, yes. I was
Oh,
really
it was great.
excited.
Paul ripped off the plastic, threw that belt on, and then we got a belt. It was
I took that belt.
awesome. I was like, so Charles, Dawn, I'm going to ask you all the same question real quick. Oh, go ahead, Paul.
I was just saying, to me, the chicken chain was probably the cooler one of all. I mean, the preachers are incredible, but the chicken chain was just funny to me. I just love the chicken chain. I don't know why, just the name chicken chain. It just something about just the name. I just thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I said it all night long. All night long, I kept saying chicken chain, chicken chain.
oh man, I do believe RC won the chicken chain, correct? So, all right, Adam. Well, no, I got to go back to Charles and Dawn. What was y'all's favorite part of the contest?
I would say probably the potluck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that being able to
See
see everybody, and not only that, be able to sit down with some judges, that we see throughout the year that we don't really get a lot of time to kind of sit and have a conversation with them. It's usually pretty quick when they come by the trailer. But that was nice to be able to sit down with some of them and enjoy a meal. And the food was just phenomenal. I mean,
There's a
I
lot of
couldn't
it.
get enough on my plate. And I was actually miserable Saturday morning because of it. But
So job well done. Sounds like we did a
Yeah.
good job.
Mhm.
No, that's pretty awesome. Adam, I'm gonna let you go for a little bit.
Well, I figured we'd watch Paul trim chicken for Plant City, but I don't guess we're going.
I told you, man,
No.
we're retired.
No,
We're
sir.
going out on a high note.
I mean, you did win the biggest contest in the world, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there is nothing better than the ABS Classic, correct?
Nothing better. Mm-mm. And
I
of
say
course,
it all the time. You
everybody
got the American Royal.
immediately was like, "Uh-oh, you're chasing. Not this year. No. 47 is enough."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
27 would be 20.
Yeah,
You were that close to
47.
50. You could have just tried. Where was the other three at? I mean, you could have made that happen.
We could have almost.
kidding.
I
I'm kidding.
couldn't get him to do some of those back-to-back 12-hour drives. He was like, "No." I tried.
That's awesome.
We didn't cook in Iowa. I wanted to go to Iowa. He said no.
I'm telling you what. I'm going to pick up the WDE belt cooler for age. That's awesome. Maybe Chelsea Davis will come next year, and so will Aaron Stouffer. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Aaron, they can do it. And I mean, you give them 15 cooks and they can make it happen. So, Adam, keep going. Sorry. I've been
Go
asking
ahead.
way too many questions.
Go ahead. I'm good.
Paul and Lynn, the greatest thing was I'm out there calling the awards, it's getting dark, and y'all get a chicken call. And I hear Lynn say, "We got a peach," right? And I'm sitting there knowing like they got more than one peach, but I can't say anything. How do trophies come into play when it comes to contests to you?
Oh man. Used to it was like payouts. Payouts would draw a bunch of people in, but we've always been more about points because we've been points chasers. But trophies, I've been a trophy person for a long time. So seeing like the kids get trophies, seeing the kids get the big hats, I thought the big hat was a really, really great idea with the kids, and they were so cute when they put them on and covered their whole head. But yeah, trophies are big, and we've traveled quite a few places just for trophies. And I think the peach is going to bring in a bunch of people. They're going to want peaches.
Yeah, I think it doesn't do it justice. Pictures. I've seen quite a few pictures of them, but I haven't seen a picture yet that really does them justice as to the detail and the weight of this trophy is just incredible.
I mean, they're not light. I'm telling you,
No.
we got those things.
No, I had to hold one for glamping. That thing's heavy.
Come get your stuff.
Like, get over here, get your peach.
I was really surprised because I wasn't expecting. I mean, we've got glass. Anything glass is really, really cool, but they've never been as heavy as these. And I even gave it to Paul because I was like, I am afraid of carrying this. I'm like, please don't let me break my peach. That would be awful. So,
I mean, that was something that we tried to make it neat, make it special, something. I mean, everybody, like you said, there's always something that's got to draw you to a contest. We're just trying to figure out what it takes to get somebody to come to our contest. And I think we were leaving, and Cole goes, "Dad, we got to do the peaches."
Mhm.
I was like, "Yeah, the peaches are pretty cool." I mean, so
Yeah.
Decatur Glass Blowing here in Georgia, that's the guy. Got to give him a shout out. He's the guy that makes them for us. We had an issue. We had peaches made in in Asheville, North Carolina, but they got not blown away. They got swept away by the hurricanes. So we were, to say Ellen was struggling trying to find something would be an understatement. That's why we went with the belts and the chains and everything else for first place. So, Paul's telling me he loves the chicken chain and he likes all the other stuff. And we're trying to, we were pretty sure that we're going to do first through fifth as peaches moving forward. But we're going to have to find out. See, Adam saying yes, so I don't know. We're going to figure it out. We're going to make sure that the trophies are cool. but the peaches are not going anywhere. That's going to be something at the ABS Classic that happens. And it was really cool to see everybody's response to them and how they wanted to win one. And just watching the people that got to win them, it was awesome. And even Adam, I got to pick one up to move it into the building. You got to hold one for Charles. I mean, it was like, there's those opportunities are great, right?
You're killing me.
Adam's trying not to say anything bad right now.
He's pissed.
No, I was reading. I read the comments.
Read the comments. See, he's not even paying attention. All right, Adam, since you're reading the comments.
You can do the peach, but I will sponsor. There will be a chicken chain there next year. I will bring a chicken chain.
Okay.
That's how cool that is to me.
You got it. Ellen is actually watching. I didn't think there'd be a chance in the world that she would be watching, but she is watching. Ellen, peaches and chicken chain. We're going to make it happen.
I tell you what, on the chicken chain next year, me and Brian talked about this a little earlier. We can have a chicken wing contest at 11 o'clock for a chicken turn in for the chicken chain.
I said 11:30.
Oh, good idea.
Yes, Paul, that's the exact reaction I was hoping to get.
Yep.
We
I was
can
like,
barely
he's
get our
like-
normal chicken done on time. That's the key to being hot. You're still cooking at 12:02.
That's how he gets hot, right, Brian? Or right, Hunt?
The brisket first place trophy was pretty cool too.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I love that one. That was one of those things that Scott Parr, that he came up with that last year. We sent him over the horns or whatever they are, and he's like, I think I could make something cool with it. And that's what kind of sucks about last year. We had all these trophies, and we didn't give them away. We had to do some other stuff. So this year, having awards was absolutely amazing. But we're trying to do what we can. The brisket belt, yeah. So, isn't it crazy that Lynn dressed up as a peach at the Royal?
No, that's
She knew.
cool.
She knew that was going to happen.
You all along.
I mean, yeah. Look at Jason Singletary. Yeah, it's awesome. Took a 180 to get that. It took a 180 to get that brisket trophy.
Mm-hmm. That was on the score. So that was the part that surprised us. I think like for chicken for us, we came in fifth in chicken, but I think it was a five-way tie.
Five-way tie.
It's just the stuff you don't know.
Right.
That's the good thing about not calling out scores either. So it makes it at the end. Nobody really understands how tight that was in those upper parts through there.
And it can.
Pork was that way too. Pork was really tight in top five.
I haven't even looked at the scores yet.
It was a five-way tie in chicken.
So, it makes it hard to use the places as the guide for who wins, because we really went in. As a matter of fact, I think when they called fifth place, Paul and I were like, okay, it's about our time. Here we go. Because we didn't get a rib call. So fourth, and we were like, okay, we didn't get that call. Okay, here we go. Third, okay, we didn't get that call. And so the delay, and you were delaying it, and my blood pressure was going up.
Like, say it already, Brian.
It's just like, because I'm sitting there thinking, we're doing the math, and we're like, Lampin's calls are higher than ours. But when you look at the scores, and then you go, well, we got fifth place in chicken, but all five of the top five had the same score. So you can't always use that place. But I was stressing, and until you actually said our name, I still was not. I was ready for us to be like, well, we didn't even make the top 10. There's Georgia. Woo! That's the way we do. So, yeah.
So I had a little bit of drama going there.
Oh yeah. You
did.
had to stress. and then people start turning around and looking at you, and you're like, just say it, Brian. I can't make eye contact with any of these people that are looking at me. This is bad juju. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. And then
I did,
because I'm gonna cry. So because it's just the relief of finally, we've been chasing a grand for a long time, long time.
The hardest part about what we as an organizer is knowing who wins and going out and taking pictures with all of our sponsor teams and knowing that how everybody does. And I have to actually act like I don't know anything that's going on. And I hope nobody, I don't think anybody knew.
You did great. You mastered that. We believe that you had no idea what was going on.
I'm very good. I'm very good at looking like I'm an idiot. I got that down. But look at Wes Garrett. Look at Wes Garrett here saying RNT and PIB tied scores in 3 categories. So, he had a great day. I honestly didn't know at the point who won. Ellen was stressed. She worked her absolute butt off for this and did a great job. My bride did a good job. I'm proud of her. So, Charles and Dawn, when did you know you had a good cook? Did you think it was like what happened? What was your day like?
I was telling Adam this morning. When you get everything turned in, you kind of analyze what you felt like was really good and what you felt like wasn't, and it happens every time. What I think was extremely good gets no call, or it gets a low call or something like that. And what you think that was okay comes out. So we thought everything we turned in was good boxes, but we thought our pork was really good and we got 22nd. Yeah. So you don't ever know, you just hope you hit your points and your tenderness and hope you get a little luck too,
Right.
So,
right. For sure.
You need that in every contest, that you hit 100%.
The right. Especially when you have 10 tables, right? Like when there's 10 tables that you're dealing with, it's gonna be what tables you land on. And the thing that I think is cool is, I'm very blessed that y'all where's Tanya? Tanya's probably sleeping. The barbecue community has embraced our family. We have 3 kids. We have Cole, Micah, and Sarah. And y'all probably all saw them from last year on their awards, but Jason has taken Cole in, and then Micah was able to run boxes for Wes. And just to see the fact that how they allowed them to be a part of everything is super cool. We are so blessed as the family to know a lot of these amazing people. Not only are they great cooks, but they're better people, and that's what I think is so awesome about y'all. I remember talking to Paul and Lynn. I was like, introducing to somebody. I was like, these are 2 of the greatest people in the world. You're not going to find people better than them. And I know we truly mean that about all of y'all. Y'all are awesome. By the way, Adam, Wes said there's going to be a bidding war on who gets Micah at Sip and Swine. So
I don't believe he'll show up.
There you go. There you go. All right, Len. I asked Paul at the beginning of the show to get ready for a question, and he automatically threw it off like he wasn't going to be able to ask anything. So I'm going to let you now be the host or the co-host, whatever you want to call it, and Adam can be the host of the show. The floor is yours to ask questions to Charles, to Adam, to Paul, or me.
First, let me say I was very fortunate to be next to Adam and Tanya because they fed me really, really well.
My gosh, their cheesecake.
That cheesecake. I'm gonna make everybody jealous. I got not 1 piece, but 2 pieces of that cheesecake.
That second piece we have made last 2 days. He ate the last of it because we literally rationed that piece of cheesecake that we got on Saturday. That was a 181. That was a 181.
Yeah.
So,
It was a perfect.
It was 181.
Yeah, it was better than perfect.
Yes, it was. She just blows me away with the cheesecake. So I think we need to have a cheesecake class, and she needs to teach that.
Oh, that would be a great addition to the ABS.
I'm just saying,
ABS class.
How to make a cheesecake.
She will be there.
And
she will be there. Adam,
just ancillaries alone. I mean, her approach to
Any
ancillaries
ancillary.
is incredible. All her stuff's good.
if
But
you
anyway,
sign up for the ABS Classic class,
yeah,
I will do what I can. Where's Tanya at, Adam? Is she near you?
No.
Okay, good. I want to do what I can to get her to give a little bit of work on that cheesecake, because Paul, you're right. She makes a mean cheesecake. Charles carried that cheesecake around the country and didn't even try it. I mean, that's discipline right there. He had a cheesecake in his freezer for a month and didn't try it, at least that we know of.
You think you bring a piece? I don't know the first piece, but I did get a piece, and it was awesome.
Ellen says she likes to see that too.
Yeah, I was just curious of you guys, since this was kind of coming toward the end of the year. Did you try anything different? Just kind of look at it as, hey, let's play around a little bit with your cook, or do you just kind of run it as normal?
One thing.
It wasn't pork, was it?
What now?
It was not pork, was it?
No, it was not pork.
Oh, okay.
It was the last contest. I had a point, and I decided that, and I haven't put burn-ins in my box all year long. And I was like, let's do burn-ins. It's the last one. What the heck? So that's what we did.
We had them, but I was scared to put them in the box.
We couldn't. Good. I couldn't convince her. And Brian brings over one of his buddies over here, and he's like, "Hey, you got any brisket?" I was like, "Well, I just so happen to have a few burnt ends left over." So I bring out this aluminum foil with, I don't know, it's probably about 7 or 8 burnt end pieces on there. Mind you, I've only tried like just a little bit, because you know how hard it is to get burnt ends right. I had already taken one to Bill at 888 saying, "Hey, did I mess up not put these in the box?" And then he was like, "Yeah, those will score all day long." And I'm like, "Great, yeah, I didn't screw this up." And so I was like, "Yeah, sure, I got some." And I pulled them out, and I'm thinking, he's going to grab one. He took the whole thing from me and ate all of it. And I was like, "Dude, really? I didn't even try one myself, man."
Well, Dawn tried them, and she said, "What am I supposed to?"
No, I was like, what do you want
What do
me
you
to?
What do you want me to say?
What do you want
I
me
said,
to look for?
Look for. I
know
said,
what that.
"Do they melt in your mouth? Are they good?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"Yes." I said, "Well, they're going in the box."
Yeah.
Well, good
And
job.
then I was like, "Yeah, they're definitely going in the box."
That's awesome.
I saw the look, Paul. I saw the look on your face, and I looked over there, and I'm like, "Man, he's not stopped eating them." I was just waiting. I was like, he came all the way. He came to the contest.
You'd have put them in there,
brisket.
I'd have probably got messed up on it. So.
And I was like,
Yeah. That's what I thought, because we were debating among ourselves so much whether to put them in or not. I thought they were right. I thought, man, that's it. Let's put these things in. She's always she's a little more scared to put new stuff in a box. I'm a little more adventurous. I'll try new stuff in there. But and then we went back and forth, and then she finally went, "Well, just whatever you think. Just put them in there, or don't put them in there. Just whatever you think." And I knew from that right there, I'm like, if I put them in there and they score, that's great. But if they don't, it's gonna be all
"You're in trouble. You're in trouble."
I told you not to put those in the box.
Nope. I'm not.
Hey,
putting
you
them in there.
cooked next to Adam and Tanya,
I gave
right?
one to her because I wanted her to be okay with it.
He wanted me to take the blame.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And if it didn't work, it was your fault. So yeah.
No, it was a group
So
decision.
Paul, y'all cook next to Adam and Tanya, right?
Yeah.
You heard what happens if Adam doesn't do something right, didn't you?
Oh
No.
no, let's hear that.
You didn't hear Tanya? I heard Tanya and the judges take
hanging
yelling
around.
at him. It was awesome.
We weren't sure what was going on.
Adam, she's not on you, is she?
Yes, by bad. Whew. Bad.
Oh, it's awesome.
I can't say much because we get animated.
Sort of like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens at turn-in stays at turn-in.
Yes, I am sorry for anything that was said during turn-in.
I think it's funny that, because I was seeing Tanya kind of stand guard over the drums there and watching everything. It reminds me of Lynn. So, I mean, it's funny how competitive the women get in this. And the men are more relaxed about it.
Look, we cook with it. We've cooked with Adam and Tanya before. We love cooking with them. Tanya yells at me if that chick's coming right. Like me and Jimmy have been yelled at, and it's like we know when we're around. Like Jimmy went up to the trailer to make sure that the cooker was right. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, it's like, she's on him. She's on him. That we love that about it. But
I've done the same thing. Eric has cooked with us, and he was with us at the Jack, and I am just as hard on whoever is. I'm like, hey, I need this right now. And I mean, and he does it. And then I'm like, I'm sorry if I came across really harsh, but it's just that I'm on it. If the alarms go off, I mean, y'all have all seen me stick my head out the door and go light the drum. And then if I have to go look for him, and people will be like, hey, Pauline's looking for you. You're in trouble.
Paul, you don't ever do that. You do exactly what she says all the time, right?
No. At a barbecue contest, he does.
I may have wandered off once or twice.
Well, the worst thing I ever did was cook on a gravity fed, because I would walk off all the time and Jimmy would be like, where did he go? I don't know what happened. So what's up with this hubcap? Do you have a hubcap?
What is that?
We do have a hubcap.
Did that hubcap get over there, Adam? Oh, there it is, Adam.
What's the deal with the hubcap?
Look, for the longest time, I just knew it was going to be a Toyota hubcap because we drive Toyotas, and Toyotas are notorious for losing their hubcaps. And I was like, shoot, that thing is $75. I looked for a replacement Toyota hubcap. They expensive. It wasn't a Toyota because I would have already sold this thing if it had been. But Adam, you have to tell the story because y'all were involved with it when it first happened. I think, was it at Greenwood?
It was left at Wes's trailer. Wes turned it to awards
at Greenwood, yeah.
At Greenwood, and then he got mad at it and kicked it somewhere. And Stu Babies took it up on stage for the reserve. And then we went to Kennesaw, and it got passed around for whoever got first place. And then we ended up with it when we granted it, and then we've been toting it around ever since.
I mean, and then it just becomes a thing. Like you hand it off to somebody.
What's with the hubcap? So, and of course, since now that we're retired, we guess we just keep the hubcap for forever.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see y'all at Sipping Swine.
Yeah.
Are you
tired? What is y'all's next contest? Both of you.
Really have one scheduled, honestly.
You will not believe it, but I have not signed us up for. I guess the only one that's actually signed up is Smoke on Shores. Is the only one, just because their space is filled up, and
yeah, Demopolis is always one that we debate every year. We end up doing it normally just because it's so close to the house. But they very rarely have anymore. They used to have a lot of teams, but it just seemed like it's gone down, hasn't come back, and
everybody's tired now. And with Team of Year not ending at the end, with the last contest in December, it really hurt that little contest because that contest used to have 45 plus teams.
Yeah,
I mean, they had no
all the
space.
big dogs will be there. Yeah.
And
y'all being points chasers, what is y'all's
every contest?
So y'all being points chasers, what does it hurt? What do you think about the Team of the Year ending in November?
I mean, I totally understand why they're doing it because I get it. They're trying to get everything wrapped up. They need those points to be done so they can get their awards and stuff ready for the banquet. But I mean, there's a lot of people that thought that this past weekend was part of the points chase, and they were like, where does that put you? And I said, it's the new year. So, I mean, it didn't do anything for the Team of Year for 2024. And that confuses people that aren't points chasers. I mean, the Jack is the same way. Their year, runs the 1st of August through the end of July. And so people, even us, we were like, wait a minute, we've got one extra contest because we won it after, the new Jack year started. So, but I mean, it did put the hurting on some of the contests later in the year, anything that was, after the Team of the Year had ended. So, but Brian, I mean, that's great testament to y'all's contest because I'll tell you right now, we got back from the Royal and we were whipped. I mean, literally, mentally, physically, emotionally, just whipped from this past year. And a lot of people are that way. And so it's hard to sign up and go, okay, we have one weekend off. Let's go do it again. So the fact that you had the number of teams that you had that close to the end of a year points chase, that's a testament to great organizers, a great cause, you know, and a good contest, great location, services are there. I mean, that's big.
I think it would help like Brian's contest, Demopolis, all them would grow more if it was Team of the Year ended calendar year to calendar year.
Yeah. So, but I don't think they're, you know, I've mentioned it a couple of times, and then, you know, it's explained to me this is why they have to do, you know, at the time that they're doing it, and I get it. So, I mean, you know, you got to have that time to know for sure whose name's going on trophies and getting that stuff, you know, made. That's not a quick turnaround. So, the fact that Ellen got these peaches done as quick of a turnaround as she did is a testament to her trying to get some great trophies.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's something more to it, but the trophies are pretty much generic. I mean, it's third place pork. So, I mean, no matter who gets it,
it's got your name. But it's got your name on it. So, I mean, it's got your team name on it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm just going to burst their bubble. You can make that in a week. That ain't hard to do. That ain't very hard. So anyway, that's now when it was at the banquet and the invitational were at the same time in February. That makes sense. I don't care. We love it. We're very blessed that we have the team. Like you said, Lynn, we're blessed to have almost 100 teams. We are blessed. The Lord's blessing us, and we're very thankful. And we hope that more people come. But yeah, I'm curious to see what would happen if it wasn't like that. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, I do.
I just play with the rules I'm given. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, I mean, I've said my piece about the whole thing of, you know, I believe personally it hurts. I think it hurts KCBS in the contests that are there. Now, is it going to affect some of the points chasers? 100% yes, it will. But it's also going to offer more opportunity for more people to have contests. But anyway, it is what it is. Just go cook between February and November, and you'll be able to be just fine.
But yeah, no, we have not signed up. We're debating whether or not we want to go back to Lakeland. Winning last year, we received a free entry, and I'm all about like, it's free, baby, it's free. And he goes, it's 12 hours. And I'm like, it's free. And it's on your birthday weekend. And we have a pretty good record of winning because honestly,
every birthday.
But my birthday was November 9th, and we were off that weekend. So if you look at it statistically, we didn't get to cook that weekend. So he got me a GC for my birthday. How about that?
I think we can have that as your birthday weekend.
I think so.
I mean, I'm with you. Aaron, I agree. It's the start of the points chase. It's still part of the Team of the Year points chase. It is what it is. So
yeah, I just think, I mean, that contest is just, I don't know. There's a lot of things that go into a contest that makes it popular. It's not just one thing. The time of the year is one part, but there's a whole other aspect of it, a whole bunch of other parts, honestly. But I just, you know, it used to, that contest 5 years ago was a big contest.
I went to Demopolis a couple of years ago, and it was back when Matt Walker.
Yeah, we were there.
It was when he was needing to do something to win the Team of the Year, and I mean, basically, he won his table. I remember he won his table on brisket and didn't get whatever happened, and
I think he got reserved.
Yeah, he reserved it, but he had to win. Something crazy happened, and it was like there was a lot of teams in that contest, and it was crazy. I mean, to me, it is what it is. It's just fun to watch. Like, I mean, the fact that Chunky pulled off a win at the American Royal.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
That was wow.
Absolutely incredible.
I did not realize, because of course at the time we were only concerned about our points and what we needed, and we didn't get what we needed. But I did not realize until it posted that it was only a single point separating first and second again. And I mean, that was just unbelievable, you know, that one put them over, put them over by 1 point. That 1 point matters. So that was pretty amazing.
It's the win.
Yeah, the point makes a difference,
Yeah, it does.
We haven't got into how close this contest was. I mean, I tried to tell the points, and I don't know if it came across, but my goodness. I mean, do y'all have the exact number?
It was a tenth of a point. Yeah.
Tenth of a point.
0.54.
It was 0.05, right?
Yeah, it was 0.0
However you
something. It was to the 100th. It was very, very close.
Yeah, it was past the tenths. I know that.
Which also made us stress because when you pointed out, let me read this number off to you, and y'all remember this number. I was going,
I'm like,
just go on and point it out. Thank you.
I looked at him. It was.
And I don't even think I mentioned how good of a cook Wes had. Wes was a 707.
Which would normally win a contest.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty crazy. West had a 707.
I mean, that's going to win a lot of contests, the 707. And,
I don't remember what fourth was. What it was under. Well, it wasn't a 700. So it was like a 698.
699 something.
Yeah.
And then Adam was like sixth or seventh place with a 697.
And see, those are all winning, numbers.
But y'all three, I mean, you two for sure. I mean, y'all had West beat by at least a solid point. So, I mean, y'all put a butt whipping on everybody.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, you did.
West.
Just get a reaction. Get a reaction.
West was 110 in the score out of GC.
Like when we were at the Invitational in Lebanon, we were reserved, and Razorbacks beat us by
the same deal.
Same exact half tenth of a point. So we're used to being the bridesmaid, and that's okay. We'll be.
What did you say, Paul? I missed it. What did you say about?
I do have a question for Paul.
Yes. Okay. Good.
So you did 47 contests, and you said she wanted to go to Iowa. If you've done 47, how do you even say no to 48? I don't get it.
I was alone.
You said it's a touchy subject. If you remember that,
gotten back though from like Pennsylvania, and on Sunday, well, technically it was a double from Pennsylvania that weekend. I'm pretty sure, and I'd already had to beg to go to Pennsylvania. We got our 7th for the Jack, so that was I told you, baby, and but we didn't roll in till Monday morning at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and he was up by 6:30 to go to work Monday morning. And then I think Iowa was another 12 hours just for a single. I tried, and he was just like, baby, I can't. I just physically, I can't. So, I get it. And sometimes having that break, makes the difference. Did it help us? Who knows? I think sometimes
it's Paul's fault.
When I'm in the chase, having a weekend off for me gets me out of my routine and rhythm. I feel like I do better when I'm doing it all the time. But for him, he's putting in way more time prepping and trimming meat than I put in making sausage rubs and injections. So yeah, I get how tired he gets of it. So and then having trouble finding meat. That's always a hard thing.
I think that's the hardest part. Yes.
And to hear him over there, trimming something, and then all of a sudden I hear, he's got his headset on, and so all of a sudden I'll hear, seriously, and then he's like, I'm trimming this pork butt, it's got a gorgeous money muscle on it, and I flipped it over, and it's got a big gash in it, where something, and it's like, and after he's already put that time in, and then it's just like, well, this is no good. Now I gotta go try to find pork butts, and so he's spending his poor lunch break not eating lunch ever, to run around and try to find meat sometimes. So,
well, I just think, I don't know if people realize that, you cook that meat, you go through a lot of meat, and Cordy, I buy a lot of my meat through Cordy, and you can only see so much in a package. So no matter how good it looks, even when I pick it out, I get it home and go, oh crap, I didn't see that or whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, Cordy, he just kept me running all year. In meat, but there's just times where just the product is what it is, and so you're trying to find something a little bit better. what people may not quite see is that really ourselves, Janky Leg and Chunky, we were basically running against each other for the last month.
Right.
And you're trying to take, and a lot of those were doubles.
Yeah.
And so, matter of fact, we did 3 doubles in a row.
Yep. 3 back-to-back.
So we did 6 in 3 weeks. That's a lot of meat, and you're trying to take the absolute best thing you can find, because you know what? Jordan and John and Stephanie and them, they were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not slacking, sitting around taking just something that they think might work. No, they're taking stuff they know is going to work. So
Right.
you got to do the same thing. So I think that's the most exhausting part, is trying to have the best that you can have every single week. It gets on you.
Yeah.
But when you get there, you're fired up, stoked up, ready to roll.
Yeah. We use Cordy as well in it. I'm telling you, very little that we can't use, but we do get stuff like you said. You don't know till you open it up. He don't know.
He don't know because the packaging was over it, and you don't know that till you opened it. That's right.
Yeah.
But
So that is what it is.
Well, if you
But it's
ever
fun.
order
We enjoy
40
it.
meats, get their meat sticks. These things are absolutely amazing.
Oh, those are good.
Man, they're great. I mean, they got that little smoky flavor to them. They're awesome. You know, we talked to him Wednesday or Thursday night before the contest.
Yep.
And he sent down a little care package, and man, they were good. It was awesome.
He's got a fun contest too up in is it Troy, Illinois?
It wasn't Troy. It was the other
Holland.
one.
Highland.
It's kind of like yours. It's a lot of great teams, and it's fairly relaxed and a lot of cutting up, and
A good
He's a
call.
great guy. They're a great crew.
It's a fun one too.
Yeah, we did that one as a rolling double, and now that's the hardest. A rolling double. Oh my gosh, those are so hard. We did that twice, where we literally were rolling by 2 o'clock from a contest because we just threw it all in.
Unless it's an hour on the way home, don't count me out.
So no, it took us farther from home, and I think both of them. We did roll from Eastern to Central, so that helped getting an hour, to get there. But it was still, I think both of them were 4 hours, 4.5 from the other contest after you just cooked one. And, you're listening to the awards. And I will just say right now, we really need to stay for awards because our track record for leaving and listening, not good ever. Those were bad. So
it's crazy. Well, I'm going to bring it back up again. If you are looking for a gift for Christmas, the Man Meat gift set, World Championship winning quality right here, is a turkey extravaganza right here. You need to get in on this right here and get that at the Atlanta barbecue store. You got that, Aaron. How you like that, buddy?
You got any Southern style in there?
Home style.
Home style. That's a good finishing rub for turkey. That'd be a good finisher for turkey.
Yeah. We got poultry primer and home style. He made this. I probably would put it Southern style too, because that's a great rub also.
That stuff's good.
I did see Aaron Stouffer's comment because I'm reading over here on the side. I see what you say over here, Aaron, that that Paul will pork shame everyone. I don't know what you're talking about, because you are the master of coming in somebody's trailer and looking at their stuff and go, "Are you going to cook that? Is that what you're cooking? Do you see any other meat? Do you see the needle injecting right now?" Yeah.
I'll never forget the time. I was embarrassed as all get out. Lynn and Paul came in the RV when I was trimming pork. I don't know where we were. And Lynn looked at me and she goes, "Golly, you really do butcher a pork butt." And I was like, I know. I'm not very good at this. And to this day, it's still, I'm like, every time I trim a pork butt, I'm like, God.
As if I know anything. I'm surprised Paul's going, she doesn't even know how to trim anything. So,
but she's seen Paul do it enough to know how to do it right. And when she walked in and saw me butchering that pork butt, she's like, "That's really what you do?" And I was like, "Oh."
But that helps you, because now every time you trim, you're thinking, "Would Lynn like this?"
And I know every time I get ready to put that pork on the grate on that drum, I'm like, I let Lynn down again. I mean, it is. I mean, it is
I don't know
what
what
it is.
you're talking about, Brian, because I won't ever forget the one time, and it may have been incoming at the contest
It
when
was.
you were cooking it. Paul came back to our trailer and he went, I just saw Brian's pork butts. And they are as black as this road out here. And they'd only been on for like 30 minutes or something. And I'm pretty sure that at that point I just went, he's going to win pork. And pretty sure you got a 180 that day. So, I mean, there you go, Brian. You know what you're doing. Because you
I don't know what I feel like I know a little bit about what I'm doing. And y'all have all made me teach that. I'm having to teach pork at the class.
Oh, the trimming will be so much fun. I can't wait.
You'll make sure
I'm gonna ask somebody else to help me trim because obviously it's not gonna be good enough.
Get Lynn to help.
Welcome to my world, Brian. Welcome to my world.
Thank you. Okay, so you'll be there for me, Paul, right?
I'll be there.
Okay, thank you. Man, I tell you what, the classic class is good. It's coming up. I'm supposed to talk about it a little bit. We got Adam's teaching chicken and dessert. Tanya's going to throw in dessert in there. So Paul's going to make her do that. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to wake up tomorrow and watch the show.
I'll text her that tomorrow and let her know.
Yeah. But make sure it wasn't me that it came from. It came from Paul and Lynn.
Yeah, we're way up here. It'll be all right.
Paul and Lynn, y'all are cooking ribs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Robert and Lex, Smoke Me Silly, are going to be cooking brisket. And yours truly will cook pork. So, and the good news is we have great friends coming to help cook the class. If you have any pork questions, Lynn will be there to tell you how to trim pork. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be okay.
I don't know
well,
how.
The class is almost sold out, so y'all do what?
I said, I don't know how to trim it, but I know how not to.
Yeah, it is the way Brian does it.
No, you're a good pork cook, Brian. That's why I may have been one of your advocates for teaching pork because you do well with pork. So
we try. No, we've got a pork thing going, and I think it's been okay. Yeah, Wes, I got a new rub coming out. It's how to blacken up a pork butt. It's amazing. No, I'm just kidding. Well, good. I did not know it was this late. Adam, you got anything you want to add to it before we let him go?
Just congratulations to y'all on the great weekend, and thank y'all, Brian and Ellen, for putting on such a great contest, and the place and all the volunteers that actually come out and help. There was a big help to do People's Choice and everything like that. I just shout out to all of them.
And real quick, for anybody that's watching that was part of People's Choice, I apologize. It did not work the way it was. We learned from that, and we're going to make it better next year. So I apologize for the confusion and the disaster that People's Choice was for the cooks. While it turned out really good for the public, it was a disaster for the cooks. I apologize, and we will make sure that we make that better next year. So y'all are amazing, incredible people for putting up with us. We're learning as we go. And we're trying to make our contest as good as we can for everybody. And I know that was a little bit of a problem for people. So we apologize, but we're going to make that better in the end. So
I have a question for you, Brian.
Yes.
Did you talk about whatever Ellen whispered to you in your ear earlier?
She froze.
Oh, crap.
No, I hear you. She would like for me to tell y'all to sign up for the class. We're pushing that class. Bill's raffle for the Triple H one-on-one class is filling up rapidly. So if you want to get in on that, you better hurry up and get tickets for that. It is filling up. And our class is filling up. Also, we are getting close. We have room for some more, but if you want to get in on our class and learn from the best of the best, that is the way to do it. The 12 days of Christmas, yes, they're coming up. That's awesome. And Jason Singletary, you're amazing. The dude, Cole told me, he goes, Dad, we got another 180. I was like, yeah, y'all did. That's awesome. But yeah, Be on the
He's
lookout.
gonna be at the class too, being the MC, I believe.
Yes, Jason will be there. He's our he's going to be the jester.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So since I'm not there to ask how long you've been cooking, he will be there for that. If you go on the Atlanta Barbecue store, you go to events on the events page. Once you go to the events page, you will see you can find, that's where you'll find the Triple H raffle, and that's where also you're going to find the ABS Classic class. So Charles and Don, is there anything else that you got to say about Jason's? He's trimming pork. See, Lynn, let's see what you've started. Now I am not going to be able to trim pork at all during this class. I'm going to have to go practice trimming pork just for this.
Get you something more than a butter knife.
I know it. Holy smokes. Y'all see the stress that's going in this. Charles, is there anything else that you would like to say before we go there, Charles and Don?
Well, I hate that Lynn is giving you a complex about it, but
I just don't want to let her down.
We enjoyed it. Thank you all so much. Like Adam said, y'all had a great event, and thanks to those volunteers and all the money y'all raised. It's just a great thing, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it being invited. I did have a question on Triple H's raffle. Is there a limit to the amount of tickets he's selling?
Yes, 100.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, 100 tickets. We got 100 tickets out there.
Okay.
So if you want one, you better hurry up. They're going fast. Paul, Lynn, is there anything you got to say? Is there any more things that you got going on?
No, you were talking turkey earlier. My thing on turkey would be Smoking Magic chicken rub. It's not got a nice heat to it. Followed up with some all-day sweet, and then I would use that home style as a finish on there. I think that'd be a killer combo.
So hold on a second.
Well, I heard a little bit of something right there.
Smoking Magic's chicken rub.
Yeah.
And then what was the second one?
All-day sweet.
All-day sweet.
Yep. And then once you carve it up, put that home style on top of it. It'll be a killer combo.
Hit it with home style.
What kind of sauce will we use?
I don't use sauce on the turkey.
No.
No. You trying? Yeah, I know what you're trying to do.
We're Brian.
All right, so
what's on your turkey there, Adam? Go ahead and tell it. What was that rub you said you put on that turkey there?
Just chicken.
Chicken stuff.
And some of the southern style would be good too.
All right, so tomorrow be on the lookout for the Rooters and Tutors turkey pack. We're going to put that up. It's going to happen. What about injection? Do you inject or brine or any of that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do. There's a few brines you could go with, I think, on that. It'd be good.
Well, we got the Rooters and Tutors brine turkey pack. What should we add for a brine in there?
Oh, that'd be a tough one. There's some really good ones out there. There's some really good ones.
I don't think you go wrong with any of the brines that are out
Poultry
there.
primer?
The
Poultry primer, Game Changer. Oops, that's gone. Game Over. Phil, Game Over is good. So
yeah, I'd say either Game Over, or the Poultry Primer. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna add. So we got Game Over. If you want to get Poultry Primer, just buy the gift pack.
That's a good gift pack.
Yeah, it really is. I don't have a clue about how much it is or anything else. That's going to be up tomorrow. Look it up. Y'all know I know nothing about the store. That's my sweet Ellen. She's all into that. But y'all are awesome. Thank you all so much. Congratulations. Our contest is nothing without y'all. I told the judges we can't have a contest without judges, and we can't do it without teams. So thank you, everybody, so much. It all came together. I'm still exhausted. What if it was a really small turkey like the size of a chicken thigh?
Put that Natty Bird powder on there.
Some of that Natty Bird powder on there. There is a brine bag and recipe card in the bag too. Okay, there is. All right, there's a brine bag in here too. Oh yeah, I feel that back there. Yeah, there's a look at that. Well, who knew? I'll tell you what. Good thing we have Aaron watching. He could So you got a bag, you got the primer, and you got the brine. Awesome. Everybody, thank you so much. Ellen said something about a girls' night next week. I don't know anything about that. She's got it covered. So next week is going to be girls' night. Don't know what y'all are talking about, but it's going to be fun. Can't wait to hear it. Y'all all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for coming on. Adam, you got anything?
Good night. Congrats.
Good night, everybody. See you next week on Chewin the BBQ.